Got the Clippers at 15 and 11, going against the Spurs at 11 and 16. As we can see, this Clipper team is pretty stacked up with the GOAT, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Carmelo Anthony, David West, and the Big Z. Over there we got Gasol, Porzingis, Joe Dumars, Kawhi Leonard, Abdul Rauf. I'm not sure if they played. It'll be the first time they played this season. Should be a pretty interesting match. Should be a pretty interesting match.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Los Angeles has to feel pretty happy about their recent play. This is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things.
The Tower of the Americas at Hemisphere Park. Reminders of the International Expo San Antonio hosted years back. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's been home cooking for the Spurs in the midst of a homestand here in San Antonio. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Greg, we know that's in the past, but you can't change that for sure. Nevertheless, a win would be sweet.
And the Clippers starting 5. Anthony is out there with West. Then there's Thomas. Then it's Jordan. And it's Ilgauskas in at the 5 down low.
But
And it's Thomas at the elbow. Inside. Stolen by Dumars. One-on-one fast break. Outside Leonard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations. Really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Now, here's Dumars. Following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge.
see, look.
He's perfect from the line this time.
They could
Long
be.
time in San Antonio, it's been about the big 3, and rightfully so with all their wins, and Kawhi Leonard seems to be their future.
And Kawhi and the big 3 recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, They'll make a smooth transition, won't they, Kevin?
Absolutely.
You got to love that great assist by Jordan.
Outside Dumars. To the inside. Got a piece of it. Outside Thomas. And Jordan has it in the corner. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big three, but to think of himself as the big one.
Now, here's Dumars. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington. Played in with a nice touch off the
Good,
glass.
Jordan.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger. And guys, with what Popovich
Michael
said
Jordan
about
always
Leonard,
said Joe
small
Dumars
things
was
like
his
that
hardest
can be
guard.
the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team. And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the
Jordan
mark.
with the rebound.
Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Jordan with it. A 26-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. Pass to Augustus. 11 feet away.
11 assists.
That's tipped, and he's able to
Porzingis.
get it
Block
back.
Z.
4 on the shot clock. West
Oh, way to go back at him.
Ilgauskas, good.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And that misses. That would have put him up. San Antonio leading. Dumars with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Leonard attacking. Back to Gasol.
D West.
The pass to Abdul Rauf. Good, and
Bucket.
the assist goes to Gasol. Abdul Rauf got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Here's Ilgauskas. He sinks the 11-footer. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Dumars dishes to Leonard. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Offensive rebound.
Z.
Ilgauskas missed
Oh, he
inside.
blew it.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They
Oh,
had to
man,
be
6
because
points
he is so
already.
strong in the paint.
Here's Dumars. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Pass.
And so
Oh.
it's a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever
good
been around.
pass.
He's
from
competitive,
Jordan.
but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people
From Zeke.
the right way all the time.
Here's Dumars, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Leonard with a screen on Jordan. Dumars, the pass to Leonard. A three-pointer
Leonard is balling.
Leonard's got 9.
9
Space
points.
right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now, here's Thomas. No scoring yet from him, but it's likely to change. It's going to be out of bounds. Los
Porzingis
Angeles
tossing
will retain
shit.
possession. Anthony sets the pick for Thomas.
Jordan open.
Jordan. Shot is
Oh, in and out.
San Antonio will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
And I think that's exactly what they have to do, guys. Don't dwell on the final score. You know, think about the things you did well
Good
and
basket.
move forward and take it from there.
Such
Jordan's
a strong
got
finisher
6.
on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And Dumars gets it to go.
Good pick.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Jordan the screen. Double team on Thomas. Outside Anthony. And here is Ilgauskas. He's coming off a 19-point game against Milwaukee.
And how about how
Good
opportunistic
shot.
he was defensively?
Left
Steal
the hand
after
up
steal
there.
for him in that game just showed the
shooter's
quickness
bump.
of his hands and anticipation.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
Thanks again, Doris. So it's the Spurs now after the Clippers pick up 2. The shot by Abdul Rauf is no good. Anthony left side. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
That's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in Staples with some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of
Block
effort and
party
intensity.
out
You know,
there.
the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Cody Zeller comes in for Porzingis, and it's Williams in for Abdul Rauf. Dumars against Jordan. Ibaka with the screen on Dumars. And Ibaka kicks to Jordan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, Thomas. Thomas with another miss.
And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledged that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against Milwaukee.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop them.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Here's Reed, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Reed's got his first points of the night.
Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
Dumars dishes to Zeller. And that one's good.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
A nice shot by Reeves.
Nice.
Reeves got his second bucket.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Spurs trail by 3. Leonard on the wing. Picked by Randall. Back to Williams. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Another
Be a
3.
forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Outside Jordan. Dishes it to Reed. Shoots from the right block. Bank shot. No good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Zeller. Williams with the ball. Isaiah Thomas covering. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 passes they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control, and I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
Jared Dudley's checked in for San Antonio. Tyler Johnson comes in for Dumars. Sessions checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Sessions. Inside, Reed. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Reed is on his game. They're getting them hustle points.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
As you said, for the Clippers, 37 wins last year against the rest of the West. That total was the 2nd most against the rest of the West among any team in the league. Trailed only Golden State in that regard.
And you know what? They played the top West teams tough as well. One of only 3 Western Conference teams to be over 500 against the rest of the playoff teams from the West.
Now here's Anthony. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Dudley, the pass to Zeller. Here's Williams. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Williams has got 8 points.
Oh.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
From 12 feet out, Anthony's shot is off.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
Dudley, no luck. And the call will be against Julius Randle.
Yeah.
That's his first foul. Marcus Thornton is checked in for Michael Jordan. Here's Sessions. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The dish to Thornton. Feeds to Anthony. Steps back and fires. That one a little long.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
The shot by Johnson, no
missed
good. The Clippers trail. Anthony kicks to Sessions. And again, no good by the Clippers. Williams dishes to Dudley. Back to Williams. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
From deep, Thornton. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. San Antonio leading by 4.
Damn, that nigga got 10 points off the bench in the first quarter.
Started by Thornton. It's Williams.
Oh, make it 12.
Williams has got 12 in the game.
And
Damn, Williams.
He's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's Sessions. That doesn't go in either for Sessions.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Johnson, the pass to Williams. Here's Zeller. Pass to Johnson. Clock at 6. Randall kicks to Zeller. Johnson for 3. And it's Reed pulling it down. Here's Thornton out to Sessions.
Oh, good pass. Oh, at the buzzer.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean,
They could
he was
use that
calm, he
shot.
was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise.
They pulled all the strings to get me here.
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
You know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, Pau Gasol is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Darren Williams. And it's Abdul Rauf in at the 2. That free throw good from Porzingis. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
West, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
And David West drops them both.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Anthony against Abdul Rauf. Swiped away. Here's the break. A floater. Here's Leonard.
Oh.
Great D that time from Thomas. Clippers trail by 6. He kicks it to Thornton. Shot from 12. And Dumars pulls it down.
West, guys, still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
Now, here's Ilgauskas. 6 points for him. Anthony against Leonard. Leonard with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. The shot is off. And Los Angeles guys shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Ilgauskas. Just 5 on the clock. Deep 2 from Anthony. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Gasol. Spurs leading by 6. Leonard kicks to Gasol. From 11 feet away, the shot is good off the backboard. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. West dishes to Thornton. It's a pick by Ilgauskas. And Thornton kicks to Thomas.
Hope you guys
Pass to West.
are enjoying this game. Michael Jordan, Carmelo Anthony, and Isaiah Thomas join forces.
Dumars with it. Now
Go against Kawhi Leonard, Porzingis, Paul Gasol, Joe Dumars.
Dumars against Thomas.
Oh.
Here's Gasol. A chance
Good
there to
D,
push it to
Anthony.
double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. Anthony kicks to Thomas. West outside. And Gasol sends it back.
And another miss.
Block
He's having
part.
a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Pick by West. It's Anthony with the drive. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And the first one drops. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that. We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Passes it to Porzingis. Outside Dumars. Here's Leonard, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Michael Jordan. First personal foul, 2 seconds.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just one season, I think it's been remarkable.
The drive by Jordan. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautifully.
High-level skills being showcased out there now, fellas. I mean, that was a terrific hoop. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Jordan. 8 points for him. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 7 points thanks to the hoop from Ilgauskas.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
No one covering. And it's 6 points for Pau Gasol.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
With some arc, that's good. He's 5 for 9.
Kevin, a big guy with his quickness should be almost illegal. How can you guard that?
And Leonard has it in the corner. And the 3 off target.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Thornton passes to Ilgauskas. Outside Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 6th in steals, 14th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And talk about highway robbery. I mean, jumping the passing lanes, snatching away your dribble. He'll take it from you.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for David West. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Second free throw, no good.
And the Clippers, with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. Also set a franchise high for road wins.
Now here's Thomas. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. No good off the front iron.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And there's the pass to Abdul Rauf. Thomas against Dumars. San Antonio again missing.
You know, what's amazing about the Clippers on the road last year, guys, was the context. I mean, they had a bunch of back-to-back games and went 16-4 on the back end of back-to-backs. 11 of those came on the road.
San Antonio leading by 4. Right side Gasol, the 10-footer. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Now here's Jordan. He's got 10. Thomas a screen. Jordan dishes to Ibaka. He feeds it to Sessions. Screen by Ibaka. And Sessions kicks to Reed. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. Julius Randle picks one up.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Zeller is checked in for Pau Gasol. And he ends up missing both free throws. Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
Los Angeles with another miss. Spurs leading by 6. outside Williams. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Williams has got 14 points.
Caught him off guard with that move. It definitely had the element of surprise. Nobody expected him to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully that time.
Sessions, no good. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Randall with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Johnson the screen. Nobody near Williams. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And you know, one thing about Deron Williams, he used to get to the charity stripe at will. At the height of his career, he was averaging almost 6 free throws a game. The last couple seasons, he's been down around 3.
And this group gives us a second look at the shooting guards leading their position in steals over the last 10 games. And here are the Clippers now. 11-point game. And Clark, for Deron Williams, it clearly has the handle and the strength to get to the basket, but no longer the explosion that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you know, he's had some ankle injuries, and that certainly is a part of that. And he's also in his 30s now, so largely a perimeter jump shooter, but still can impact the game with his deep shooting and playmaking.
Here's Williams following the basket by Michael Jordan. Goes up on the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Screened by Ibaka.
Spurs foul call. Deron Williams. That's his first personal foul. Shooting from San Antonio. Ramon Sessions. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Sessions. And so Sessions nails both of them.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and of course the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
And Dudley kicks to Randall. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Picked by Randall. 5 on the clock. Fades. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Randall's got his first bucket of the night. Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games, at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
Now here's Johnson after the miss from Deron Williams. Out of hand on it. Thomas, no good.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Zeller passes to Williams. Randall. Williams trying to break free. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Now, here is Reed. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. The drive by Jordan. No good with the wing jumper. San Antonio leading by 11. Outside Williams. The feed to Randall. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. 6 points for Julius Randall.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Kicks it to Sessions. And they double up Jordan to the left side wing. Reed down low. He's defended by Randall. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 13-4 run. Now here's Williams. 14 points from him the last game against Washington. Top of the key. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Williams has got 19 points.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense. I mean, it's all been terrific. What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Anthony's checked in for the Clippers. That's good from Thomas. Well, the Spurs, Greg, great at home last year. That's not surprising to anyone who's paid attention. We expect that. They're just so tough at home, year in and year out.
And Kevin, how about going 33-8 at home last season? And despite being a 6th seed, only the Hawks and Warriors, the two best records in the league, won more games at home. Hard to imagine you can be a 6th seed with that kind of success.
Now here's Anthony after the miss from Darren Williams. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's Anthony with the drive. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Williams fires for 3. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. And it's now 22 points for Williams.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Spurs as they wrap up the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Doc, what kind of adjustments do you think you need to see both defensively and offensively at this point?
If we're going to play like this, we're going to come down and make no passes. That's not how we play it. So we have to fix that first, and then I'll start thinking about the defensive part.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half, that's for sure. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters, and you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
You know, Williams is playing very well. 22 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
Spurs leading by 15. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Thomas is out there with Michael Jordan. And it's West. Then there's Ilgauskas. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long Clark as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
And the first one drops.
And with Pau, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
Both free throws good from Gasol.
And a final point, guys, with Pau's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
Now here's Jordan. Here's Ilgauskas. Off the left rim and out. Abdul Rauf against Jordan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Ilgauskas. For San Antonio, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Dumars drops them both. Clippers trail by 19. Outside Thomas. Anthony's shot is off.
That was almost a highlight reel play, but they couldn't quite sync up.
Unloads from 13. Dumars misses.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Dishes it to Gasol. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
Now, here's Thomas. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Leonard with a screen on Thomas. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas has got 6 rebounds in the game. It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Anthony drawing the double team. Fires from the line. And it's Ilgauskas missing. Spurs leading by 17. Feeds it to Gasol. The dish to Dumars. There's a good screen. Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Pass to Ilgauskas. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up to the Spurs dance team.
Some of the numbers NBA wingmen have been putting up from the field this season are truly impressive. Have a look at the top shooters among them. 5th best, Kawhi Leonard.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
And Greg, you can't post the kind of percentages they do unless you operate that way. I mean, you can't be undisciplined at the small forward spot if you hope to be an efficient shooter.
Now, here's Dumars. He has 6. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Shot clock at 6. From 12 feet out. That's good on the jump shot. Abdul Rauf's got 5.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Outside Thomas. Jordan the screen. Thomas kicks to Anthony. Down low. Here's Ilgauskas. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Porzingis can't hit. Clippers trail by 15. Pick by West. Jordan dishes to West. Here's Ilgauskas, and it's blocked. From 12 feet out, the shot by Abdul Rauf is no good. You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
Clippers trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch off.
Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Thornton's checked in. Dumars against Jordan. And here's Leonard from 3. The shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. Outside Jordan. To the paint. Here's West. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. 11 points for David West.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Leonard on the wing. There's the 3. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
This defense is giving their shooters free reign to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Dumars. The Clippers getting the bucket. Passes to Abdul Rauf. Fires, high post, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And the Spurs making a change here. Randall's checked in, and a switch here also for the Clippers. Reedy's checked in for West. San Antonio with the ball. Abdul Rauf with a screen on Jordan. Leonard attacking, down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Leonard's got 17 now.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
Go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Williams. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Sessions with it. Williams picks him up. And that one's good, Anthony.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Sessions. Williams can't get it to go.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Spurs leading by 16. Leonard the pass to Williams. Now Randall. He's got 6. He kicks to Leonard. Offensive rebound, Spurs. The shot by Zeller, no good.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. Flushes it down to finish the break.
How's that? for a quick possession.
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship. And for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Leonard. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Dumars with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. From the arc. Dudley, no luck. Clippers trail by 18. Jordan with it. Williams picks him up. The drive by Jordan. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
All alone. Dudley, no luck.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And the pass to Reed. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Well, there have been a few small forwards helping their teams in all sorts of ways like this group, leading the position in rebounding the last 10 games. Second, Carmelo Anthony.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
Yeah, I think they all have that little bit of extra edge to their game that allows them to put up the kind of rebound numbers usually you only see from power forwards.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
First one falls for him.
Looking at the game Reed has been having, he's got 8 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. San Antonio leading by 16. Outside Williams. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Spurs?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Free throw good, Dumars. Spurs making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Anthony against Dudley. He dishes it to Williams. Clock at 6. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 24 points.
That's a terrific move to the basket. The defense played that one well, but it didn't make any difference.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track. Let's see how the Clippers have performed over the last few weeks. First in steals, second in scoring, and they're number 2 in assists. This is a team that loves to share the basketball.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Here's Sessions. He feeds it to Reed. Here's the screen. Here's Jordan. Up again, and the dunk by Reed.
This is just great anticipation. The putback jam.
Oh, he had some big-time intentions right there.
And those plays, guys, will give the entire team a boost.
Now here's Williams. He's got 24. Randall, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. And Zeller kicks to Randall. Shot clock at 6. Williams up on top. He's covered by Sessions. Williams can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Anthony on the wing. He's defended by Randall. Anthony drives in. Here's Sessions. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 6 assists now in the game. Spurs leading by 14. Outside Williams. Randall with a screen for Williams. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
One shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the technical free throw is good. Well, for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
Now here's Williams. He's got 25. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And here's Dudley for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside Jordan. 1:06 left in the third. Williams with the steal. Johnson right side. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Willis Reed.
And guys, for Darren Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career. And he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, talking about Darren Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
Thomas checked in for Sessions. So Johnson hits 2 of them. 58 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Thomas. The feed to Jordan. Ibaka outside. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by the Spurs. Randall's got his 6th rebound on the night. It's stolen by Anthony. Outside Thomas. Kicks to Ibaka. And stolen by Darren Williams. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the right side. The 3 from Dudley. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
Here's Anthony. And again, no good by the Clippers. From deep 3-point range, no good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's San Antonio leading by 17. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Clippers trail by 17. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Pau Gasol is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Dumars, and it's Abdul Rauf in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Spurs shooting 41% for the game. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Thomas. Dishes to Ilgauskas. Outside Leonard. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Abdul Rauf. Inside. 13 feet away. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Thomas with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Thomas against Leonard. Floats one. And the rejection by Leonard. But he stays with it. 6 to shoot. Here's West. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feed. 13 points for David West. And here's Dumars. Pass to Abdul Rauf. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The shot's good from Gasol.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Pick by West. Feeds it to Ilgauskas. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And what a tremendous game for Ilgauskas. He has 9 rebounds and 2 rejections. He's doing all the things you can ask of a player in the low post.
Definitely, it's the blocks, the rebounds, you name it, he's done it.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time.
Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Gasol a screen. Here's Abdul Rauf. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Here's Porzingis, and the layup's good off the glass.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Now here's Jordan. Here's Anthony. Count the bucket. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
He's gotten a lot of individual defensive attention all game long, and I think it's really bothered him and thrown him off.
Now, here's Dumars. Leonard dishes to Gasol, and that one's good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas. Gasol doing all sorts of things. He's got 16 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. he's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Now, here's Thomas. The dish to Anthony. The steal. And they're on the break. Ahead. Here's Leonard. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for San Antonio, Kawhi Leonard. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their teams. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. To illustrate just how strong the point guard position is right now, Greg, in the NBA, just take a look at the point guards who did not make the All-Star team a season ago. Wow.
You know, in both conferences, it's almost as if we're in the midst of a point guard renaissance for the NBA. I mean, MVP Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, CP3 out west, John Wall, Kyrie Irving in the East. Boy, I could go on and on with the great players at that position. You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Abdul Rauf kicks to Gasol. The 11-footer rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Thomas. Back to Anthony. Lets it fly. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 8th assist here tonight.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Gasol is screen. Abdul Rauf the pass to Gasol. Here's Abdul Rauf, covered by Ilgauskas. San Antonio again missing. Thomas dishes to Ilgauskas. Jordan inside. Abdul Rauf covering. Ilgauskas, good.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
So it's the Spurs now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Takes the 3. David West grabs the miss. West has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's Jordan. Now here's West. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Paul Gasol.
Check out the game for David West. He's got 13 points, and the contribution from the line for him, he's made 5 free throws.
And he hasn't been afraid to draw a little bit of contact on his way to the basket. Some guys shy away from that.
Free throw drops for David West. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. San Antonio leading by 13. Abdul Rauf gets to Gasol. Outside Dumars. There's a screen. Leonard with no one around. And he's good on the three ball. Leonard's got 26 points.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting for San Antonio, Zydrunas Ilgauskas at the line for 2.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Good on both.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Dumars the pass to Porzingis. Offline with his 3.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, not typical. They've been dominant on the board, but they are still falling short on the scoreboard.
Now here's West, and that one's good. West has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
Leonard against Ilgauskas. There's the pick. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. 28 points for Leonard.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
When you're hot, and he is absolutely scorching.
Thomas dishes to West. West a screen on Abdul Rauf. Anthony drives in. Here's Ilgauskas. 4 on the clock, and the layup is good. Ilgauskas has got 16 here in the second half.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Right side, Jordan. In transition, here come the Spurs. And finished off by Leonard.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now, here's Thomas. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Gasol after the basket by Los Angeles. Back to Dumars. Shot clock at 6. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. West has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Baseline try. No good. Great D that time from Leonard. Spurs leading by 12. Dumars. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Second personal foul. Shooting for San Antonio, David West. 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft where we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
Williams, he's checked in for the Spurs. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Reed's checked in. And he sinks the second. And for the 2013 draft class, not sure if there are going to be a lot of all-stars from that class, but there are quite a bit of rotational players that are effective.
And Kevin, listen, there's still a chance to see a couple of all-stars emerge from the class, as there are some elite talents that just need time to grow. And overall, there weren't too many complete misses. Almost every lottery pick is a rotation player at this point.
Here's Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's 27 points for Deron Williams. Outside Jordan. He kicks it to Reed. Takes it from 10. Shot, no good. And the Spurs going the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. The pass to Leonard. Pass to Porzingis. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Jordan. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Here's Gasol. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now. Clippers trail by 15. There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter of this one. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Jordan against Leonard. That's good. Leonard's got 32 points in the game.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Thomas, a screen on Williams. Picked by West. And Thomas, here we go. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so by winning the first of 3 in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace their sneakers up against the Clippers.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Leonard. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Pass to Porzingis. Shoots from 8. Tries to save it, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Gasol. Julius Randle comes in for Porzingis. Jared Dudley's checked in for Leonard. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Joe Dumars. And then for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka has checked in for West. Thornton comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Sessions subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Now Johnson. He dishes it to Williams. From down low. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Jordan. Here's Los Angeles now. Down by 15. And Ibaka kicks to Sessions. And that one's good.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
And San Antonio has possession. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Williams against Sessions. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. "15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
And that one misses. Jordan with it. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, first off, congratulations on this win, Pau. And tell us how you feel about the team's progress so far this year.
Well, we've done a lot better. We've done a lot better recently, and we want to continue. We don't want to get complacent. I think we still got ways to go and things to improve. But we're definitely doing a lot better than we were.
Always good to see signs of progress, Pau. Thank you for the time. Gentlemen?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball game. His showcase of his skill set was awesome.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball. Over 60% reminds me of myself. If you're shooting over 60%, you're playing smart. You're being aggressive, and you're creating opportunities. What a spectacular performance.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
that we have.